Hopper here. Today I'm on the Navajo Nation, and these guys have some amazing stories that have happened out here. This is Helen, this is Joey, and over here, this is Ben. And they're going to tell you some pretty unbelievable stories, so stick around. They're real interesting. Out here in the Navajo Nation, there are a few towns and a small city or two, but many people live in humble abodes scattered far and wide across a sparsely populated landscape. And between those residences are vast areas of unpopulated land, wide open flatlands, hills, and canyons and mesas. It's within these remote reaches that there are, apparently, others lurking about, and there are plenty of places for them to hide. But they aren't human. The people you're about to meet are going to tell you about their encounters. These might be some of the most bizarre stories you'll ever hear. So Helen, you had a UFO experience out here, is that right?
Yes, I did. When I was maybe like 7 years old.
What happened?
I think my father seen it first, up on top of the hill of this ridge right here. He seen something going, a lot of lights, round, big. My father started running around. I guess he grabbed the gun, and it went from that ridge to over this hill right here. We followed, of course. We were curious. I don't hardly remember, but my brother says that my father tried shooting at it, but I was just all like in awe, like I don't know, just wondering what it was.
Did you see little men come out of it?
Oh yes, when it landed over the hill, it made a big old little crater, and they came off, 3 of them. I'm guessing it was a mother, a father, and a son. It was like a ladder that came down. And then my father started shooting at it, and it went back up, and it went towards Grand Canyon. It was gone in a second.
Wow, what did the spaceship look like?
It was round. All around, it looked like it was like a crystal ball, all lights.
What color were the lights?
All different colors, I would think. I think it was like more white lights.
So it was almost like a, kind of like a crystalline
Yes.
glass sort of?
It was like this.
Like a big round saucer kind of thing?
Yes.
What happened when your dad started shooting at the UFO?
They got back in their saucer and left towards Grand Canyon. It was just gone.
What did these little space beings look like?
It was, the tallest one was like this big. It had a big head and long arms and short legs. Small body, but big head.
Do you remember what color they were?
Like kind of like the color of the house, like a blue-gray.
That must have left a real impression on you.
Yeah, sometimes I don't believe in aliens, but I've seen one myself.
So where did this UFO land?
Right there, where the edge of the ridge is.
So right up there.
Yes, it took up the whole ridge, the edge of that ridge. I don't know how wide it is, how big it was, but it took up the whole space up there.
And this thing was like 100 feet across, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it took up the whole space that was over the edge of the ridge as well. When it flew, it went this way, and not even a second, it was gone. So my father and we curiously ran up the hill and see what it was.
How long did it stay up there landing?
Up there, I don't know how long it was there. We already seen it. It was already sitting there when my father first seen it.
It was real dark except for that thing, huh?
No, it was always kind of still daylight when we seen it.
Like around sunset?
No, maybe like in the evening.
So Joey, what have you seen?
Apparently nothing. No, I'm just kidding. We saw something hairy running around here. Like last summer, my aunt would come out in the evening. She would smell something like it was rotten, and then all the dogs would be all scared and they'd run inside.
But my uncle's dogs, they bark at it. They're not scared of it, but my dogs they get scared of it. I don't know if it comes near, but when it comes near, when it's kind of breezy, you can really smell it. Like it really looks dirty. It smelled like it was rotten, dirty, hasn't taken a shower for 4,000 years.
And it makes a weird scream.
Roaring, screaming, crying.
So you actually saw this thing, Joey?
Oh yeah, it's probably like 9 feet tall, at least 10. It's like a reddish, brownish, dark color, hairy looking. We were chopping the woods out here in Grand Canyon like last year during the winter. We seen this thing walk over the hill just within a few steps. He was on the other side of the hill, on the other side of the pasture already, and we just seen him in the distance walking, but we couldn't tell what it was. He was hairy. We were running a chainsaw at the time. And then one of our friends, named Nella, came up out of the woods. He goes, "Did you guys see that? There's somebody walking around over there." And then he goes, "It's over there." And here it was across the pasture. He was walking towards the other side of the other hill. He was couldn't have been a bear because he was walking upright. Later on, he got big old footprint, by the 18-inch footprint in the ground over there. Fresh footprints.
This one likes to
That
get
was
stuck.
in the winter when we saw that. It was in the snow. He took a picture of it, but my uncle probably still has it on his phone.
Yeah?
So we put one side of the shoe right next to it. His foot was way over here. This guy was walking around over there. And then my aunt said he was walking around over here, another one. Like last summer, I think he was looking for fresh water. So that's the one that hung around right here in Winali. And then he went up the canyon over here. He was making noise for a few days. That's the last I heard of him being down here. So he's probably still around here. But the rangers tracked it that side. Where the dinosaur tracks is across the road. There's like a mesa on that side. They said they tracked that thing all the way over there. It was digging in trash cans in Tuba on the Hopi side. Looking over trash cans, digging for food, I guess. And the rangers went and started tracking it, and tracked it all the way on the other side of the mesa on that side. They found it over there in a big old cave. They said it probably lives over there. So it's on that side of the Wunkopi wash on the other side over there. So that guy is probably still hanging out here somewhere. Probably only runs around at night.
So you guys are pretty sure this is Bigfoot?
Yep.
Sasquatch?
Yep, this guy is, yep. Ain't nobody taller than him. He's like 9 feet tall, I guess.
So Helen, you were saying that you think there was a baby Bigfoot?
Like that, I heard the same kind of scream, but way much younger, like an infant, a couple of months ago. I don't know if it was a newborn Sasquatch, but yeah, it sounded like one.
Is it like just a weird kind of scream? Can you describe it?
I'm not gonna scream it.
No, but just a weird, eerie scream.
How do you describe it? It's not
Like-
a roar, huh?
Like a howl?
Like a howl, scream,
Howl.
cry, loud,
Yeah.
echoes through the canyon.
Ben, have you ever heard it? No?
Ben hears all kinds of stuff, but she won't tell anybody. Something runs around by her house too that screams around. That's probably Bigfoot.
Probably Bigfoot too.
Here in North Tuba, he hangs out over there too.
Probably
This
the
thing
same
runs
one.
around here on the reservation at night. He's digging through trash cans and stuff.
Now, Ben, you saw something else that was incredibly weird just right down here at the pond, right?
Yeah, down the road where that big barrel is. Yeah, a huge snake the size of a speed bump.
This-
And then the tail.
Was it really thick around?
Yeah, thick, and the tail was pointy. It was already across the whole road. The body and the head was already down there. Into the ditch. I just seen the tail of it. I don't know if it crawled from on top of that mountain or it already was going across the road. I didn't see the whole body of the snake, just the tail end of it.
Did somebody look down in a hole by the pond and see the eye?
That was her.
That
I
was
didn't see that one. Her.
that was Helen?
Yeah, and
You-
I seen it.
our other bro, Juanita.
Yeah, I was with my friend Juanita. She was just taking a walk up the canyon where the water runs, the stream. She seen that like a hole in by the water thing, and she started screaming. And I was asking her what she was screaming about, and she said that she seen a big eye in a hole. So she didn't want me to go over there, but I went over there and checked it out. It was like a big hole like this, and the eye was like almost as big as the hole. The blinking of the eye was vertical, not horizontal, like this.
So instead
It
of
was
like a
blinking this way, not this way.
okay,
It was like this.
so the opposite of the way a human blinks.
Yes, he was blinking like this.
That's probably the snake I seen.
Yeah, that's probably what she seen.
So what kind of snake do you think it was?
I don't know. I don't know if it was a snake. I don't know what it was.
Because I think you were thinking, Ben, that maybe it was like an anaconda or something?
Because it was huge to tell any regardless size of the speed bump. A speed bump.
So it was as thick and long as a speed bump. That's pretty big.
And Joey, I think, wasn't it Joey that said that the water was going crazy one time?
Oh yeah, I guess people park on top. There's a party spot up there. People look down into the pond. They say that the pond would be splashing, the water would be splashing over the pond. I don't know what's in the pond, but it must be something big.
Tell me about this gargoyle thing you saw.
Oh, this thing right here, it has like probably 6 feet wingspan on both sides of this. Probably like at least probably, I'll say about 10 feet tall. He flies around every now and then. I think he lives over here in the canyon over here somewhere. He flies around the res every now and then. He'll steal a sheep or something. And then he flies around here. He'll go here and there. But the one that they saw that landed over here on 89, it was like 3 summers ago. He landed right in the middle of the highway. There was a tourist in a RV saw him land in the middle of the road. And his wings is huge, he said. Probably like 12 feet across on both sides. This guy was standing in the middle of the road, and then with one sweep of his wings, he went and landed way over here on this side on top of a hill. That hill is just right off of 89 in the corner right there. And there ain't no way he can get up on top of the hill. It's like all around, pretty steep. And he was sitting there. And here my cousin brother just got off. He was hitchhiking from Cedar City. He got off about 1:30 in the morning. He said he was walking on the side of the road and he seen this guy sitting on a perch on top of the hill right there. He asked that guy for the time. The guy didn't answer him. He was just sitting there like hunched over like this looking at him. And then here comes the guy that was in the RV that saw him land. He was right next to my cousin brother. He just threw the door open and told him to get in. So without thinking, he just got in a ride and the guy just took off with him. The guy said, "Did you see that thing? Did you see that thing?" "Yeah, he's sitting on top of the hill." He goes, "Oh, that thing ain't human." He goes, "That thing has wings." I seen it land in the middle of the highway right there before he got off the vehicle. I just walked past him, so I just kept walking. Then that's when he picked me up. He goes, so this thing, this gargoyle thing, it flies around here. I'm pretty
They
sure
say
it
it
probably.
has a human-like face.
Has a human face?
Yep,
Yeah.
he's like that Jeepers Creepers guy.
Oh.
That's what it looks like. So this thing flies around here on a certain time of the year. I think it's during the winter. He'll be flying around here. I think he goes around, takes out the sheep and stuff. So some people will be missing sheep, but they don't know where it went. So whatever this thing is, he probably living in the Grand Canyon or right down here in this, this curly valley somewhere. There's areas where there's caves back there. And then over here in Grand Canyon, there's a lot of caves over there. Either there or down here. But he's around here somewhere. He walks too sometimes. He'll be walking on the side of the road. This guy says keep an eye out for him. He's around here somewhere. He hangs out. You can't miss it. You'll see it when you first walk into it. There's this gargoyle guy out there.
What time of the night was it when the gargoyle landed on the highway?
He said it was about 1:30 in the morning. He got dropped off right there at 1 in the morning. Got off. Before he got dropped off, the tourist guy was parked on the side of the road. He's the one that seen the whole thing. seen that thing land. He said, land right in the middle of the highway. So whoever that guy, the RV guy was the one that saved my cousin brother's life, I guess that he gave him right back into Tuba. So that gargoyle is real though. He's out there. Just watch out.
What other weird things have you guys seen around here?
Or tell him about that troll.
I seen something that looked like a troll the south side of Tuba City. I was looking out the window. I mean the door. The door was like that much open, and I was just looking out. I seen something run by the door, maybe like that short. I had a lot of hair, and it was just. It had clothes on, but his clothes were really baggy, like he had rolled up all his pants up, and he has a big shirt on. He was just short. He ran by the door really fast. Like, that's what I seen.
Yeah?
And then I seen another time up here on top of the ridge. I was getting dropped off, and I seen some trolls. I thought it was just like me, but when I got home, when I got dropped off here, I looked up on the ridge right here. There was several of them standing up there on top, just staring down. Their hair was all crazy, like a troll. But I seen that. That was like a year ago.
UFOs are actually pretty common around here, right? People see them quite often.
Yeah,
The one that lands over there in the palm on the east side.
I seen that one up here.
So tell me about this Skinwalker, Joey.
Oh, that guy. He walks around over there, right now, where I stay. He's been there for like, I don't know how long. But I think that's his trail right there, where he walks through. The dogs are always chasing him probably between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. That's the time he runs around at night. But he's out there, up there, Ray Meadows.
Have you seen any Skinwalkers, Ben?
No,
Not really.
I just hear people talk about it, but I haven't.
How about you, Helen? Have you had any Skinwalkers?
Not since I seen one. I don't know if it was the Skinwalker, but it had like a long trench coat to his ankle. He had a big old hat like this with big ears.
Long ears, that's kind of
With long ears. And he was all dressed black.
I
don't
ran
know
into
what
the
that
Hoof Man
was.
one time.
My daughter, my kids, they seen it too when they were small.
Ran into the Hoof Man out in the Pima Res one time during the winter. This man, he's a fat round man with long gray hair. He had a Zuni necklace, he had some earrings on, he had bracelets, he had 2 feathers on his wrist. Then he had a white shirt and a Zuni necklace. His hair was tied back. He had a bandana on his head. I walked up to this guy in a fog in the middle of the winter. And I was walking across the cotton field one time. Out on the walked right up to him. Didn't notice him until I walked through the fog and he was standing right there. And I was trying to walk past him because we were walking across a canal where there's like a bridge right there. And this guy, every time I go move this way, he would move the same way. He would go this way. He would try to stay in my way. I told him, Navajo, I said, leave me alone. I don't know who you are. So he heard my voice and then he just stepped aside and then I walked past him. Water went through that area and I ran into this Hoof Man. But when I looked at him, he was normal. But when I looked down towards his leg, his whole leg was hairy. Then I noticed where his feet was, it was like a hoof. It's like a cow hoof. That's when I almost passed out, but I just snapped out of it and I just walked past him. And I just kept walking, and then after a while I heard like a horse take off again. And the horse trampling his hooves all running again. I guess that's what they call the Hoof Man, I figured. Then I went to my cousin brother over there and I asked him, say, hey dude, I ran into this guy. He's like, sounded like a hoof. And it was that lady, his wife grabbed me and threw me into the house. She gave me some, yeah, that bitter root and put it in my mouth. And she goes, "That's real. That thing's real. That thing is." They call him the Hoof Man. And I asked my cousin, "What's a Hoof Man?" He goes, "Oh, that's what they call the Skinwalker out here on the Pima Res." So I freaked out. So I just ran into him out there. And she's all scared. That's my story about the Hoof Man or the Skinwalker that they believe in over there on that side of the reservation. Walked up to him about where you're standing. We're face to face.
You got a real good look at him.
Yeah, he's a tubby man. He's a fat man with long gray hair. He's like pretty old, maybe probably in his 70s or something, maybe 80s. This guy has no legs. It's like a cow hoof. It's like a cow leg, but it's like a sheep leg, but bigger. So that's what I seen. I walked up to him. I was tripped out. There's one that I seen too. That was here on the res. That one was like a, I don't know what it might have had. Like a, maybe it looked like a buffalo head, but I don't think it was a buffalo head. This guy, he had like a bone in front of his mouth, and his face is all painted black. And then he had some lightning drawings on his body, and his body was red and yellow. And down this way he had like a short mini skirt, and then he had moccasins, and his leg, one side was yellow and the other side was red, and then he had lightning on his leg right here. That one I walked up to too. That one, he was on the other side of the fence. That one too, he disappeared right in front of me when the dogs all attacked him. And I was looking at him, you know, so I just heard a whistle, then he just disappeared. And he was running way over there. After I snapped out, he was already crossing the road. So these things are real. They run around on the res.
Let's go.
Where are we going?
We are going to see some sights today.
All right, is this where some of these occurrences took place?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Hop in.
All right, we're heading down the road. We're gonna go to some of these sites. So Helen just told me that out back there is where some of the Skinwalkers hang out.
Good cave over there.
So there's a Skinwalker cave back there.
I want to check it out.
Well, maybe sometime we will.
Yeah.
This is the country we're driving through right now. We're at the junction of 160 and 89, and this is where the gargoyle landed, right?
In between the two lights right there, right in the middle of the road, right where that ride's going right there, is where he landed. He said he had at least 12 feet wingspan. At least stood up at least 8 to 10 feet tall. One swoop, he landed over here.
Right over here on this hill?
Right here.
Right there, that hill?
Right here, yep. And
Yeah?
my cousin was standing right here about 1:30 in the morning hitchhiking. And then an RV just came out of nowhere, barreling down the road and pulled up beside him and told him to get in.
So this was a white guy in his RV just making coffee?
Yep. And he's the one that witnessed the landing right there. When that thing landed in the middle of the highway, he said that thing had at least 12 feet. His wingspan on both sides, shoulders.
This thing had a wingspan that was as far as from this white line here to the other white line on the other side?
Yep. This thing was huge, they said.
So it was like, what, 9, 10 feet tall?
Yeah, 9, 8 feet. That's the gargoyle. He landed right here. Well, my cousin was hitchhiking about 1:30 in the morning. He was talking to it. He was sitting up here. He kept asking it what time it was, and it wouldn't answer him. And that's when the RV came pulling up beside him. The guy told him to get in. So he got in, and as he was going, taking him to Tuba, the guy told him what he saw over here where it landed. And he said it was something that had wings and it landed in the middle of the highway just before he got dropped off by the vehicle. So I witnessed the whole thing, he says, the white guy. And then he came barreling down the road to pick my cousin brother up, and then he took him back to Tuba.
That's Shadow Mountain out there, and that's where the UFO, one of them anyway, was seen, and I guess there have been several sightings over that mountain.
I tried taking a picture with my phone. She tried taking a picture with her phone, and I tried with my tablet, and I wouldn't even take it.
And that's,
Oh,
so right out here,
screen just went gray.
that's where you saw the UFO, right out there.
Yes.
One of them.
Mountain.
And Then I think it went, it just slid into it or something. It just disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happened.
But it jammed your cameras. Nobody and your phones. Nobody could take a
It
picture.
just went gray. The camera just went gray.
So it wouldn't work at all.
It wouldn't work at all.
What do you guys think of these stories? Have you had stories of your own? UFOs, Bigfoot, any unusual encounters? Let me know in the comments, because I know some of you out there have had some interesting experience, just like these guys have. Don't forget to give me a like on the video, share, and subscribe. Until next time, this is The Rock Hour. I'll see ya.